Hello, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like your bolsters and blocks. Let's all just take a few moments to turn inwards, to sit in this timeless moment that we call now, with no agenda, nothing that we need to fix. We are just being here right now in this beautiful moment. Stillness, silence, awareness. These are already here. These are already within us. Just try to cherish each moment with non-judgment, non-harming, just full of acceptance, love, compassion, and peace. Without trying too hard, just try to find ways to be present. If you entered your practice with some difficulties, try to look at them with loving kindness and compassion. Trust that what you find in yourself is what your soul needs. Just try to quiet the mind. Try to tend your heart. Open your heart and be willing to hold both human sorrows and joy. Just sit here, quieting yourself, steadying your heart, connecting with the real values within. There is that basic goodness and kindness in all of us that can be found when we cultivate quiet stillness. Touch that beauty in your human heart. Find that love, which is the force that our world needs. We all have a unique gift that the world needs. And only through awareness and courage can we share this with the world. We're going to engage in this practice to cultivate this awareness, this centering, and this grounding. Just notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice being here in the present moment. You may wish to set an intention for your practice, and please keep that intention in your heart as we journey together. We'll take a few clearing breaths. Please inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll come into our first pose. We'll come into our all fours. Our shoulders are above our hands, our pelvis is above the knees. We're going to step our right foot in between our hands. We're going to move our left knee as far back as we can. Coming into this low dragon pose. Feeling that stretch in front of your left hip. You can stay here, or you can try to grab your props. It can be 2 bolsters. See if you can lean on those 2 bolsters, your choice on the height. Just try to relax your face, try to relax your neck. Notice how this releases tension in front of your left thigh. Do you have another prop that you can place under your right hip? You can choose the height of that block. It can be the tallest height, or you can even use a softer prop, placing those props under your right hip. See if there's support. You can stack your props, placing a block under your bolsters. So whichever prop is readily available for you and gives you that good support. Can you see if you can walk your right foot forward as we try to come into a split? Just extend the right leg in front of you and feel that nice stretch. So aside from the stretch in front of your left thigh, you're feeling a nice stretch at the back of your legs. Find support with as many props as you need. Feel the release. Feel the tension, tightness. So you don't want your left knee directly under your hips here. Otherwise, the left knee will be taking on all the weight. You want that left knee moved as far back as possible. Just try to relax. Try to soften. Can you gently try to bring that right foot closer to you on your next breath? So just try to pull the right heel closer to you. And then can you try to set your props aside? Remove all the props that you used. Can you place both hands on the mat? And then can you walk your right foot towards the back of the left hand? We're going to bring our hips on the mat with our right leg in front of us in our swan legs. See if you can move the left knee further back. See if there's any injurious sensation. If there is, please back off, please adjust. You can bend your left knee, that is also perfectly fine. Make sure that you don't dump any weight on that right knee we want to quiet our knees here. So if you feel that there's stress on the left knee, maybe you can try to place a prop under the left shin, or just bend that left knee. If you're collapsing to the sides, maybe you can place a prop under the right thigh. And if you still have pillows, so you can use as many props as you have, you can place it in front of you so that as you walk your hands away from you, as you come down on your forearms, as you rest your chest, rest your head on the bolster, you can surrender to this pose and apply body weight to open up the hips. Just continue to notice your breath. When we embrace life as it is, with all the good and bad, we are able to develop that habit of discerning, of reflecting, of learning, of growing, of rising, of discovering all the good energies that allow us to overcome all the lessons of life that are being taught to us. The key is to have this responsibility and accountability for everything that happens in our life. Everything good or bad is what is meant to be. When we are able to embrace the irrational reality of life, that everything that is happening is really part of our soul's life journey, both the good and the bad, we are able to reconcile ourselves to this reality. And we are able to improve our relationship with ourselves, treating ourselves as our best friend. So regardless of how others treat us, we understand that our first responsibility is really to ourselves, how to manage ourselves. If we cannot manage ourselves and we just keep on outsourcing how we feel and how we are able to navigate through life, we fall on this dysfunctional dependency on other people and that helpless dependence on external factors. At the end of the day, we are 100% responsible for ourselves. And I know that this is difficult, it's not easy. So we try to reset and rest our tired minds and bodies. Our mind is so busy when we are awake and even when we are asleep. The body constantly feels the blow of our daily endeavors and even the stress that our mind is subjecting it to. Please take a breath, slowly walk the hands closer to you. Lean on the right hip, and then we'll gently swing that left leg forward, bringing the right foot on the inside of that left thigh as we fold forward and feel this stretch and stress in our whole back. You can try to grab props. You can place props on top of your left leg or left knee, or you can create a table by placing blocks on each side of your left leg and then a bolster on top of it, or another block. You can allow your spine to round and just feel this nice release. Can you imagine moving your left heel away from you, feeling this very deep lengthening of the fiber in our tissues? Just try to relax and try to surrender. Just feel the sensations. Observe the mind. Humanly feel the emotions. We are not just thinking beings. We are not just doing beings. We are also feeling beings. Feeling emotions are part of our life's journey. And it's good to be aware of these emotions, which are like energy that flows in our body. The energy can serve us or can destroy us. It starts with awareness, so that we can exercise free will, perhaps to choose which path we will go. Please take an inhale, and we'll slowly come out of this pose, using our hands to roll ourselves up. We'll place our props aside. We'll gently extend our legs. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, we will make our way to lie down on our back. Just rest. The spine. Feel the pelvis heavy. Feel the bones of your legs. After each Yin Yoga pose, there's that feeling of fragility and vulnerability, that moment of healing. And we try to rest and feel the flow of energy in our body. Can you please step your feet on the mat? And we'll windshield wiper our knees from side to side. And when the knees fall down on the right side, we'll come into a fetal position, allowing our spine to round. And when you're ready, use your left hand and slowly push your body to come up. You will come into all fours, hips above the knees, shoulders above the hands. We're going to step our left foot in between the hands. We're going to move the right knee as far back as we can. Grab your blocks or any of the props. So initially, see how this slow dragon feels when your hands are on the mat. See if you would find more support and comfort with your hands on top of a block. You can choose the height of the block. See if you can place a block, a container, or bolsters under the left hip and feel that support. Try to relax your face. Try to relax your neck. Just continue to breathe. Compare how this left side feels with the right. Notice the stress on the front of your right hip, the hip flexors, the quads. Can you see if you can try to walk your left foot forward? Try to bring that left heel further away from you. Coming into this vigorous split that continues to deepen the stress in front of your right thigh, as well as give you this nice stretch in the back of your left leg. Breathe into the tension. Direct compassion into the tightness. And just appreciate this opportunity to lengthen, especially these underutilized parts of your body. It's very, very good to really improve circulation on the hips, on the legs. You can prop yourself up if that feels comfortable. You can increase the height of your props. And just feel the sensations. Try not to miss out on each moment of being alive, of being here. We'll slowly try to place our hands either on the mat or on the props. We'll remove that prop under our left hip by moving the left leg closer to us. Just slide those props aside and then walk the left foot behind the right hand. Try to land the left leg in front of you. Try to slide the right knee further back. Come into this swan legs. If you're collapsing to the left side, you can place props under the left thigh. Be gentle on your knees. You don't want to dump your weight on your knees here. You can have props in front of you as you gently try to come down on your forearms until your chest rests on your prop, maybe your head. Or you might just want to rest on your forearms. Notice your interior life. What can you observe? There is so much turbulence in our environment. And in the middle of all of these noise, that peace, stillness, and calmness within is always there. We just need to tap into it. How is the practice serving you? How is it helping you? Just being here, being present, being with yourself. This pose works very, very deep into the left hip, into the left glutes. It helps target the deep connective tissues along the hips. So there's this strong stress on the outer hip as well as that nice stretch in front of your right thigh. In your next breath, we'll slowly prop ourselves up using our hands. We'll roll ourselves up. We'll lean on our left thigh and then we'll very, very gently try to swing the right leg forward. So our left foot is touching the inner right thigh. We're going to fold forward and down towards the right knee. You can place props on each side of your right leg. You can create a table for your props. You can rest your forehead and allow your spine to round. Just relax your hands and your arms. Just breathe here. And continue to just observe. Being in the present moment. Part of observing is just watching. Watching the mind. Observing the mind at work, thinking, problem solving, going around in circles. Thinking of the same things over and over again. Having those inner dialogues. Having worries, fears that most of the time do not come true. Having those feelings of shame, embarrassment, that other people have actually forgotten that we have been making a big deal out of it. Just try to release and let go. Just try to acknowledge that that is how our brain works. That acknowledgement and reconciling to that fact is already such a big leap and breakthrough in mindfulness. Not judging our mind. Not being overcritical to our mind. On your next breath, we'll slowly roll ourselves up. We'll gently extend our legs, and vertebrae by vertebrae, we will lie down on our back. Just rest here with your arms beside you, with the palms facing up. Just notice your breath. Just notice your body. On your next breath, can you please step your feet on the mat? And then we'll gently windshield wiper our knees from side to side. Feel the slide and glide. Feel a bit of movement and how it impacts your body. Can you please try to grab a block? We're going to place that block under our sacrum. So on your next breath, you're going to lift your hips up. We'll slide the block under our pelvis, above where your buttocks rounds, on that triangular shape bone called our sacrum. Not touching any part of your spine. Your choice on the height of the block. It can be the lowest height for more stability, the middle height, or the tallest height. Once you find the height that serves you, please slide your heels away from you and bring the arms up and overhead. And feel how this inversion feels. How there's this nice stretch in front of your hips. Feel that space. Feel the release. You can bring your arms up and overhead. You can grab opposite elbows. Notice the sensation as well in the lower back. Just continue to breathe. Just continue to try to pay attention. Remind yourself of the intention that you placed for this practice. And even for this pose, the intention is to try to stretch our whole front body. Try to strengthen the lower back. It's good to be deliberate, to be intentional in how we use our energy, our time, and ultimately our life. So that we're not just constantly reacting. That is the simplest way how to exercise the power that we have within. Sometimes we forget about how powerful we are. We get caught up with our helplessness in each situation. The failures that we have experienced in our lives. Any failure, any mistake just pertains to that particular action. It does not pertain to us. Having a project that failed and it never an undertaking means that you failed at trying, and you give yourself credit that you tried. But it doesn't mean that you have failed and that you are a failure. Slowly bring the arms beside you, and on your next breath, please step your feet on the mat. When you're ready, please take an inhale, lift your hips up, And gently rest your hips on your mat. Can you walk your feet as wide as your mat? Kiss the knees together. It's like your legs are in this X shape. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on your chest. Notice the release. Feel your body. Your next breath, please bring the knees closer to your chest. Hug the knees to your chest. Can you bring your arms out to the sides? And then we'll gently allow our knees to come down on the right side. Please support your knees with props. Support can be under the knees or in between your legs if there's space. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder. You can also bring your arms up and overhead. And just notice your breath. Just notice your body. Feel the sensations. We are blessed with our senses. Our sense of smell, sense of hearing, feeling through our skin, seeing through our eyes. This sense of awareness, even when we are closing our eyes, even when we are in a dark room, we can use that power of awareness feel the space on the left side of your body. Feel that massage happening in your digestive organs. Slowly bring the arms beside you, and then we'll gently bring the knees back to center. We'll hug the knees to our chest. And when you're ready, we'll allow the knees to come down on the left side, gently bringing our knees down Supporting our knees with props. Bringing our arms out to the sides or up and overhead. Being bodily aware of sensations, maybe on the right arm, shoulder, the chest, the whole right side of your body. Maybe there's a release that you're feeling on the spine, on the tissues of your back. Try to relax your neck. On your next breath, please bring your arms beside you. Gently bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. And then we're going to come into our Savasana, or you may do any last movement that your body is asking from you. In your Savasana, have your feet as wide as your mat. Your arms are beside you, your palms are facing up. Just take rest, let go. Acknowledge your efforts. Savasana. Slowly bring awareness back into your body. Please take a deep breath. Can you introduce little movements to your fingers and toes? Can you rotate your ankles and wrists? Can you move your head from side to side? Can you bring your arms up overhead, bring the legs together and point the toes? Give yourself a nice long stretch. And can you bend your knees and step your feet on the mat? Place your right hand on top of your belly. Come down on your left side, coming into a fetal position, rounding your spine, using your left arm as your pillow. And use your right hand, slowly push your body to come up. Come into a comfortable seated position to seal our practice. Can you bring your palms together, rub the palms vigorously, create that heat. Place the palms on top of your face, on top of your eyes. Can you inhale through your nose? And exhale through the mouth. Do that again. Rub the palms vigorously. Create that heat. And can you place your palms on top of your eyes? Inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. Last one here. Rub the palms together again. This time we're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through our nose. Place your palms on top of your eyes. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. And place your palms together or on top of your lap. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. It is always an honor. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you and your time. I wish you an abundance of wealth, health, happiness, peace, love, joy, all the good things to flow into your lives, into your hearts, and into your homes. Please stay safe and please stay strong. Namaste.